see for tonight, let's feast. Let's not dine alone. Please don't eat. What are we even serving? Serve one meal. Please do not eat what you're being served alone. Let's invite our other sisters to be a part of it. So I welcome every one of us to tonight's webinar. I'm grateful for um our progress, so far since we started. Um okay, our progress since we started this program webinar. It's our third webinar, She. It's the third so far. I believe we've been getting value since we joined. I hope that our mindsets are shifting and changing. I also believe that we are not who we used to be, since we joined um, this program. Please, I don't want to assume how has healthy conversations with God's delight been for you. If you'd like to say anything, please, you can unmute and speak. The book review, that book review, let's not even start. How has the book review been for you? If you've been studying and reading Purpose-Driven Life, how has it impacted you? I'm really not after like going into what we have to do today. I just want us to rub minds and speak. How has this program been for you? Is it what you really expected? Are you getting the knowledge that you need, that you desire? Is there clarity for you? How do you feel on your inside? Please let's talk. I know I'm not the only one in the room. BJ, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. So glad you're here. Please don't be mute, though. Please talk. I won't call names because I know we are coins. So I'll wait for you to speak. Okay. Yeah, Elizabeth says it has been expository for her, opening me up to new ideas and knowledge. Okay, that's good. I would like if you can um um if you can go deeper. Yes. When you say new ideas and knowledge, what exactly has shifted for you? What has changed? And I want you to be very sincere because um I believe that we are together and it's our journey. Like we're taking the journey together. It's a process for you. It's also a process for me. So if you say it has been opening you up to new ideas, what were you thinking of before and what are you thinking now? So you put the two together. Please let's make it a very enjoyable class. Let's do it together, please. What has been your aha moment? What stood out for you since you started? Is it the book reviews? Is it the webinar? Have I been too spiritual? I don't know if Tom is listening, but I had to just say it. What has it been for you? What have you learned that you keep doing that would forever stick? Please, let's speak. We have how many minutes to do that? It's 5:09. We'll do that till 5:12. So please, let's keep it coming. I'm waiting. We are waiting together. Patience, Queen Patience, Queen BJ, Queen Fermi. Okay. I'm the only one here. Patience. Oh. So nothing has stood out for anybody. Ha. My face. Okay. Nobody wants to unmute and talk. Hey. Coach told me, nobody's saying anything. Healthy conversation with God's light has been marvelous, has been awesome. Because I will not say it has been bad. So what have you learned so far? What will you be doing? What has the purpose-driven life done for you? How has your prayer life been? How has your waiting journey been in the past weeks? in the past weeks, please, please let's talk now. Please. Tommy, let me beg them to talk. Please beg them. Elizabeth has spoken. Elizabeth, can you go deeper? Are you typing? I know you're a professor. She's our barista. We even have two baristas here. Are you joking? Hey, Tommy, we can do anyhow. Patience is here. Elizabeth is here. What is left? We have a doctor in the house. We have an accountant. This place is a loaded. This webinar is a loaded platform. This bootcamp is a loaded bootcamp. I have amazing queens here. Queens are doing great. Oh well. Yeah, I like this. Now, Elizabeth is bringing the energy. Elizabeth, I'll make you the class captain. I think you overthrow some people. I won't mention their names. Elizabeth said that in this life we learn and unlearn. I've learned how to create my own happiness because if I'm not happy, no one else can make me happy. I've also learned that I have to live by divine mandate, having a powerful mind, strengthening my ability to not be distracted. I love it. Elizabeth is reminding me of the part where you have to be wholesome as a person before you even walk into marriage, where you have to see yourself as a complete being, even before, that amazing man pops up or comes. Elizabeth said no class captain. I've given you the title, don't worry. You are overthrowing some people. I won't mention their names. So, Elizabeth, thank you so much for sharing with us. I'm happy that you are now focused. You're not, I'm just joking. You're not distracted. I'm happy that your mind is strengthened. I'm happy that you are beginning to have a different perception and outlook about your waiting season. And, the fact that you are trying your possible best, to be happy at all times because you will need your joy to go far. You will need your happiness to go far. God's joy in you, but you radiate it. So I'm really grateful for your journey and your testimony. Thank you very much. Does anybody still want to share? This is 5:12 already. Patience, are you here? Patience, are you here? Fermi, are you here?
Sorry, I came back from church. I'm trying to sort my lunch. Yes, I'm there.
I know, yeah. I know. Something is cooking. Please cook for all of us. We would love to partake of your meal. So I was asking, I know you can talk instead of like you muting your mic. I was asking what has stood out for you since you joined Healthy Conversations with God's Delight. What I'm asking, we need to bring, go back and bring back what we have learned before and just speak about it before we proceed to this, because I know that that's the right way to do it. So it's not about jumping into what we have to do today. What was your aha moment, or what has been your aha moment? How has purpose driven life book helped you? How has your spiritual life been? How is your perception looking now? Are you really seeing what you came here for? And are you blessed? Just share with us. So you don't have to mute your mic. Just you can speak. You can speak. Since you can't type, you can speak. So let's rub mine together.
Yes, I would say that I have experienced significant progress. Before I used to see my waiting season as like there were times I experienced discouragement and felt like maybe I was not being heard and my prayers were not being answered and everything I was doing was in vain. But with this now, the times and the level of my discouragement has dropped significantly. And anytime I want to slip into that mood or that area, I just try to dust myself quickly and remind myself with scriptures, encourage myself in the Lord, and just mutter one or two words of prayer. And sometimes I will just maybe recite a verse that comes to my head, or I just sing a worship song and just know that there is a purpose and God knows best, and everything that I'm doing is seen and is heard. So I've experienced significant progress being here on the platform and with all of the activities and exercises that we have to do. Thank you.
Okay, what about your book, Present Read? What?
Yeah. the purpose-driven life. To be very honest with you, I'm not going to lie that I have, like, every day I have read it, like we signed the agreement we signed on the first page,
Decided,
saying
yeah,
that we're going to read it for every day. I have not been religious with it. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you so much, Patience. I really appreciate your vulnerability and your response to my question. So about the book that we are reading, I would actually have loved if we had a review session every week where people can just come together and talk, maybe on WhatsApp, or Telegram, where we just discuss about the book. But because of the time zones and well, let's say the busy schedule of people, that was why like we moved that out from the program. But it was actually supposed to be like that. That's why I said if you cannot even like write the summary in the group, you can always send a voice note, where we just get to understand. So it's not about cramming and all. I was speaking with somebody, one of us on the group, and she said one thing she does is that when she reads the book, what she drops in the group as when she reads the book, what she drops in the book as a summary, what's like what stood out for her, what she can say on her own without having the book in front of her or going through the e-copy of the book and all. So that one too, I learned from her because it's is what we know that sticks with us even after this program. So I encourage every one of us to please read the book. Please read the book. Thank you very much, Patience. So, Patience, will you say you're happier or you still have those mood swings? Patience, yeah.
Yeah, what did you say, please?
Do you feel like do you are you happy, like happier than you used to be, or you still find, I'm not saying that you will not think about it,
Yeah.
but I want to know if there's a difference between how you used to feel before and how you're feeling now. If you're experiencing, even if it's 1%, growth in your joy level, your happiness level, and all of that. Is there
Definitely there is a difference, and especially with the fact that I know that everybody is waiting on God for one thing or the other in every area of life. I'm not the only one, so it's not peculiar to me. So and then the community, having this community of fellow like-minded believers and sisters also goes a long way to strengthen and help my faith. So yeah, there is improvement.
right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. I appreciate. If you not, if you don't want to talk, you can always um write us in the comments section. Thank you very much. So let's dive right into the business of today. I pray that even as we continue this evening, that our minds be enlightened, that the Holy Spirit will speak the word to us today and will be transformed in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So healthy conversations with God's delight. Please, can everybody see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know.
Yeah, I can see the identity code.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So I welcome everyone to tonight's webinar, and I'm excited because I know I'm still into the spiritual, but now I'm getting more professional. I'm going deep into it. So today is going to be wonderful, and I know that every one of us will enjoy what we will be doing today. So identity code, that's what we'll be discussing tonight for our third webinar in this boot camp. And I don't want to assume that everybody knows me, but everybody knows me. My name is Tega Yodeji, and I'm your facilitator for this boot camp. I I am what is on the screen and much more. And I'm happy to be doing this with you and God. Now, why God's delight? We'll keep saying it so it will stick with us. Isaiah 62 verse 4 says, "No longer will they call you deserted or name your land desolate, but you'll be called Ephzibah and your land Beulah. For the Lord will take delight in you, and your land will be married." Amen. This God's desire for everyone on this call tonight. And I know and trust that to be fulfilled in your lives in Jesus' name. The big question, let me go back to the beginning. Now, what do we see when we see this picture on the screen? What comes to your mind? How can you interpret what is on the screen? She's looking at the mirror. She's looking at the mirror. Please, let's make this class as interactive as possible. If not, I will not release anybody. We are here together. We are learning together. We are growing together. So what does the picture mean to you? The picture on the screen, what does it mean to you? She's holding a mirror. What does this picture mean to you?
Okay, I think she's looking into the mirror, and instead of seeing herself, she's seeing right up. Although I'm seeing some write-ups on the mirror, but I can't read it out because it's very small. So I think it's giving her identity of who she is and what she stands for. That's what I can decode from the picture.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Any other person? Is there any other person? Identity code is what we'll be discussing tonight. We have identity code 1. We have identity code 2. The first one is a crisis. The second one is let me not say it, but that will be for next week. So please what do you see?
Yeah, I see somebody with a mask, somebody behind, like somebody that has it's two personalities.
Okay?
Yeah.
2 personalities. Thank you, Patience. So let's go. Big question is, who are you? The 2 women, I won't call them faceless beings, but they are human beings. They are women. We know that they are women, but they are holding the mirror. The first woman is holding the mirror and looking into the mirror. And the thing is, she's seeing something. We don't know what she's seeing. But this other person has a pseudo personality, right? As Patience said, she has her faceless. She's the face we are seeing. There's nobody. There's nobody there. But we can term it as a pseudo personality. So she has a face, that's the mask on her hand and the face. So we're talking about her identity. And Merriam-Webster defines identity. She says identity, I mean, the dictionary, I won't say she, dictionary defines identity as the distinguishing character or personality of an individual. The truth is the identity crisis is a very big topic, and it's very particular to seasons. For example, our waiting season. Everybody in life, every human being in life has gone through identity crisis, except they want to deceive ourselves. There's no human being that has not experienced identity crisis at one point or another. Psychology today defines identity as identity encompasses the memories, experiences, relationships, and values that create oneself. And now we can look at this picture and see how these women are beautiful and colorful. See their hair, the color of their hairs. One is on hijab. I guess she's a Muslim, or maybe from Arab country or one of those countries. Some are with small earrings, some are with big earrings. So it's the picture that's on the screen will be different to everybody, but we all know that it speaks more to our person, our personality, who we are, and what we stand for. Now, before we continue, I think I'll go back to this. I want us to have a very small practical. session. So we'll be having therapy now. And I would love if everybody can close their eyes. Patience, hope you are now with us. Like, I need you here. I need everybody here. I need everybody here, please. Please, I don't mind if someone can go to the group and call Ronke to join us and other people, please. I will not mind. Thank you, Patience. So I need everybody here. Okay. Reflection now. Please, I would love everybody to close their eyes. Please let everybody close their eyes. I can't see you, but Jesus can see you. Tommy, please, are you laughing? Because I can see you laughing. Please, let's close our eyes. I want to take us through a journey, an interesting journey. So if you are closing your eyes, okay, you can't type yes if you are closing your eyes. Okay, now, so, okay. Should I close my eyes too? No, I won't close my eyes. So, just close your eyes now and imagine that you're in front of a very big gate of a house, definitely. And the color of the gate is brown. You're standing in front of it's a very big house, very, very big house. So let your imagination run. Wow. So you leave the gate, you have access into the compound, and you walk in. And you're going and you're going and you're going, and you have access to the door. The color of the door is blue. And you go into the room. The first room normally you will see now is the sitting room. This is the place where everybody, your visitors come, they sit down. We're going to liken this sitting room now to the part of you that everybody sees. The part of you that everybody sees. Are you happy with this part of your life? Do you feel good with this part of your life? That's your identity now, the one that everybody sees. How is that part of the room to you? If you are comfortable with it, good. If you're not, there's room for change. So you're leaving that room now, you're going into the kitchen. And this kitchen is liking the kitchen to the place where you make your food. And when we're talking about food, I'm talking about just your meals. Your meals is part of it. Because now we are single, so we are assuming that we are living alone, even if you're still with your parents. So it can be that place where you cook, maybe for mommy and daddy, if you're still with mommy and daddy, or that place where, you feed your mind, maybe the books you read, the movies you watch, kind of people that you listen to. Are you okay with this place? Do you see the kitchen as a place where you're always angry? That's if you're still with mommy and daddy and frustrated. Do you like the nourishment that comes with it if you are actually well nourished or not? If you're okay with the room, with the kitchen, that's good. If you're not, there's room for improvement. Now you're walking out of the room. You're going, you're going, you're going. And now we are going to the visitors' room. Since we are not married, now we are in the visitors' room. You can have your friends come over, maybe have a girls' night out, which I love, And this visitors' room is a part where we liken it to the kind of people that you allow into your life, the kind of friends that you have, maybe your relationship in the past. If possible, if you are in a relationship, even if we said these healthy conversations with God light for mature single ladies. Let's say there's somebody that you're looking at to bring into your life. There's one guy that's already knocking on the door. But now he's part of the people that are looking at the kind of friends that you keep, the associations that you keep, your circle, people that you have let your life out to. Are you comfortable with it? If you're okay with it, fine. If you're not okay with it, there's room for improvement. Now we are going to the last room. And this is your personal room where you sleep, where you get home as a lady, you remove your underwears, where you feel so comfortable. with yourself. And this is the you that only you knows. No human being knows. This is the you that only you know. If you are okay with it and you're satisfied with that room, jump on the bed. I'm hoping that the bed is not scattered. If you're okay with that room, jump up, jump on the bed. If you are not okay with it, run out of the house. I'm going to be counting as we round up this therapy session. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Please open your eyes. Are you still with me? Did it work for you or not? What did you see? Oh, are we here? Is everybody back? DJ, are you here? Tommy, are you here? Elizabeth, are you here? Patience, are you here? Fermi, are you here? Am I the only one here? Are you back? Please open your eyes, oh. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. So, I know that therapy was short, but I know that it spoke something to you, and you as a person know what you'll be doing going forward. Because we mentioned different parts of the house, that resonate with every human being on this earth. And the truth is, if you don't feel whole now that you are single as a human being, now, what will happen when you have the fourth room, your children's room? How would you feel? If your identity is not, if you are already having identity crisis now in your waiting season, do you think there are things you need to change about all these rooms before you take the next step in life? Before you find your partner, before your partner finds you, before you walk down the aisle? Do you think it's time to fix it? Do you think it's time to know who you are? Let's even say maybe you've experienced trauma in the past with your past relationships. Do you think it's time to fix yourself to know you for you before you have another heartbreak? God forbid. That's what we say. But I am sure that this class will help us, help our minds, expand our mindset about who we are. So this is not to make anyone feel bad, about what you saw or how you were thinking. It's just for us to wake up, it's just a wake-up call to us to have this reflection, to start knowing ourselves. In our first perception theory, I mentioned that I asked a question that, can you marry yourself? Can you marry you? Everybody wants to settle down. Everybody wants to settle down. Everybody wants to leave the singlehood. But marriage is not about two incomplete people. It's about two complete people coming together to build a complete and successful nation. Holy Spirit is in charge. Please do not mind my system. I'll keep talking. I won't allow this issue that popped up to affect my so please, as the system comes, I don't plan turning off my computer. I just want to continue because I feel that the Holy Spirit is speaking and I don't want anything to affect my mood. So identity here now, as we are talking about identity crisis, I'm not talking about the color of your hair. I'm not talking about your eyes, your fingerprints, even if they are a part of it. These they are characteristics that allow you to be Bolaji, that allow you to be that allow me to be Tega, that allow patients to be patient. So our identity is a combination of both our physical and behavioral traits that define who we are. I'll try and see if I can still do this again. Still doing the same thing. Okay. Holy Spirit is to reach out to the system. Now, Dr. Steve Rose is a psychologist, a counselor, and a researcher. Over the years, he said he comes to realize that a simple dictionary definition does not explain the various types of identity. He feels that there's an in-depth to it. Should I turn off my system and put it on? Because I know some people would love to see the screen, or should I just continue? Please speak because I can't move out of here. Please, I'll need you to speak. Except you want me to.
Continue, ma'am.
Thank you. So Dr. Steve Rose is an addiction counselor, and like I said, he's an former academic researcher. So he feels that the definition of identity is not enough. He classified the identity in three different ways. He said there's self-identity, there's social identity, and there's role identity. And I can agree very well with him. He says that self-identity is how you identify with your personal characteristics, while social identity is how you identify with a group, you know. And then he said role identity is how you identify with a particular role. So it could be your role as a child, as a daughter, or your role at work. So tonight I'm really particular about ourselves, and how we are doing, especially in our waiting season, like the identity that we have. I know I said it earlier, the identity crisis is particular to everybody. Some people experience identity crisis as a result of maybe changing career, where just have to switch maybe um careers from maybe a tech, no, let's say switching from the financial firm to a tech company. The person can begin to have identity crisis. So it's peculiar to married people, it's peculiar to the singles, peculiar to everybody. As far as you're a human being, it's now what you begin to do during the identity crisis season. I call it a season because it's only those that want it to stay forever that we embrace it. So people will just look inward and begin to change, their mindset about their personality and the identity that they carry and they reflect. So identity crisis here, according to Madeline Miles, is defined as a period of uncertainty and confusion in which a person's sense of identity becomes insecure, typically due to a change in their expected aims or role in the society. I know I mentioned that before. Now, some causes of identity crisis could be as a result of stress, confusion, waiting season, or major life stressors. So it could be that the person is just stressed out. I've had such an experience before where I into motherhood. I think after I had my second baby, I began to question my identity. Who am I really? Like, who is Tega? And I began to see that Tega just a mother or a wife. Who is she really? And that was one of my breakthrough moments, and I sat in there and I began to answer those questions for myself, and I stepped out. And one of the things that led to who I am now today, my identity. Now, how do you know you're experiencing identity crisis? Number one, you're questioning who you are as in regards with a certain life aspect, such as relationships, age, or career. So it can be a different ball game for everybody. But I'm particular now about our waiting season because we are all, like all of us are in a group. It's a community. We are together. We are going through the same thing. That's why I'm relating it now to our waiting season. Number two, you're experiencing great personality conflict due to the questioning of who you are or your role in the society. Now, big changes, have recently occurred that have affected yourself or self-worth, such as yours is not a divorce now. A divorce, a delay in getting married, delay, yeah, that's what it is. That's what they call it, delay. Loss of a loved one, health issues, financial crisis, workplace crisis, and so on. You're questioning your beliefs. Some believers, as children of God, this season that we are experiencing, this waiting season, they have identity crisis. You begin to ask yourself, am I really a Christian? Do I really know God for myself? But everything begins with a thought, you know. You are questioning your career path, you are questioning your interest. What do I really like? What do I really want to do? It works differently for everybody. And these things have a major impact on self. That's on yourself, on myself. Here you're searching for more meaning, a reason to live, and a passion in your life. So you're asking questions like, am I enough? Am I worthy? Some people can even ask, am I beautiful? Maybe they've been experiencing hurts in their previous relationships, and it's just making some people see it as maybe like low self-esteem, but they are all intertwined, they are all related. Identity crisis, low self-esteem, self-worth, they are all together. Like, begin to separate them, we will know that they are all related. I know if I ask many of us, some of you here have been pained because of this waiting season, and you've sat down and asked yourself, am I really beautiful? Am I appealing? In your place of work, do they really like me? Am I really living life well? Do I really enjoy this job? Do I have a pseudo personality? Some of these questions, that am I even beautiful? Nobody is coming, you know. Am I still BG? Am I still Tega? People see me for me. When people see me, what do they see? The questions are endless. But I just want us to know that we are human, and we should not feel bad about it. It depends. We've talked about perception theory. So now I want to believe that everybody's mindset has changed about the seasons, that this particular season that they are in. Life is passing. And one thing that will always be constant is change. So God's delight, we must begin to sit down and be intentional about our response to the diverse challenges that we face in life. I want you all to know that you are whole, WHOLE. BJ is whole, Tommy is whole, Fermi is whole, Patience is whole, Elizabeth is whole, Runke is whole. Everyone in this community, Nikia is whole, Margaret is whole, Diola is whole. Everybody is whole. So don't let your waiting season make you to see yourself as not being whole. You are complete. You are complete. Say, I'm complete. I'm complete. I'm perfect. I'm complete. I know you're saying, I cannot touch my screen, and I know I've been permitted to. Let it be for now. So you must begin to interpret your seasons and not get so attached to it that it drains you. This also has to do with our perception theory. The season that you are in, begin to find out who you are, begin to look inward, to be who God has destined you to be, who you would love to see going forward. Those rooms that we mentioned are very important. How many of us understand what I was saying when I gave that, when we went through the therapy session? How many of us really felt and understood what I was talking about? Especially with this waiting season that we are in. Many of you understand what the whole therapy reflection that we took was all about. I wish I can see it. Please, can you talk? I can't move my cursor. My mouse is not moving. Please, I need to shut down my system.
I did.
Okay, Patience. You understand what I was saying with the what I was trying to take us through with the reflection and therapy session that we had, right?
Yes.
So what did it mean for you? What did it mean for you?
It's basically like all the facets of our lives in public, our lives by ourselves, our lives with others and everything. Like all those rooms represent different aspects of our lives and personalities. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now that we are in our waiting season, we should not get too attached to it that it drains us. As human beings, we cannot totally remove the thoughts from our minds. And I know that we are all Christians, we are human. There are times we have to cry and let it all out to God. Tell God how we feel, how our present life is doing, and all of that. You cannot erase it. We are human and we need God, we need people. So, in as much as you're going through a waiting season or you're trusting God for one thing, don't tie yourself to it, because if everybody on this call should do that, we will not go far. We will not move forward in life. We'll be depressed every day, back to back depression. And that one is even killing, you know. So let's take it to be that what we need now is a change, and let's begin to acknowledge that we are in a season, but we are not tied to it. So we deserve a change, and we move when we are supposed to move. So it's now about being intentional about our season and begin to wear the right mask on our face. Not a mask, but the outlook, the person, the being, the totality that we want people to see. And we ourselves want to feel. So are there friends in our life now that are not adding value to us, that are not making us feel good? I don't know what you want to decide about that. Who are the people that you are letting into your life? Because all these things also have to do with our identity. How do they make you feel? How do they make you look? You know? And you yourself, what are the thoughts that comes into your mind, in this season? And if they are negative, how are you making good use of it? Well, yes, good use of. And if they are positive, how are you making good use of it? Now that you're in a waiting season, I said it before that you have to begin to look inward to see what you can do with, this season, and not getting embittered or bittered by it. It's a process, it's a season, it will pass. It is not forever. Like I said, and I'll keep saying, I am also trusting God for some things that are very, very deep with me, you know. But when I need to move, I move. If I need to snap out of it, I do that. And I begin to like flip it to the other side of the positive. And I'm not just saying, how long will I be there? What can I do? So identity crisis for us now is, how do we see ourselves now? Are we seeing ourselves as that lady that nobody is seeing this season? Or are we seeing ourselves as, I'm beautiful? I know that it's just a waiting season, but you know, Steve Rhodes tell us, whether we like it or not, we are forced to constantly redefine ourselves and our place in the world. So, as one of my mentor, my coaches would say, you can either look at this identity crisis now as chaotic stress or creative stretch. So, Forum is waiting, and she goes to the office every day. Maybe she's not getting the accolades, maybe on her job, or she's not feeling the job well. What can she do? That's an expo. Or she feels that maybe the guys are not coming. The guys that maybe the picture of the kind of guys that she wants, they are not coming at all. What can she do? Does she stay fixated and just immerse herself in depression or anger or pain? Or does she begin to look at it that, okay, I think I will be better in let's say this department, or this unit? Or do I think I need to change career with this season that is going on with me? Do I think I need to improve my communication skills? Do I think I even need to know my person? Who am I? What makes her me up, aside my look, my thinking? you know I know some of us may have had terrible experiences when we're younger, that left us feeling inadequate, that left us feeling powerless, weak. It could be maybe I went to a boarding house, 6 years, girls only school. It could be through bullying, it could be toxic relationship, toxic friends. When I say relationship, I'm not bent on only opposite sex, your friends. Some of them have said demeaning words to you that make you feel like you are not worth it. Some of the guys that have been in your life have made you feel like you are not worth it, that you are not enough, you know. And all these things that affected our self-worth are still making us to question who we really are. It's still part of our identity crisis. So we can decide to be who we are designed to be, who we have been designed to be by God, by first healing and finding ourselves. This is a journey for us. Life is a journey, and every phase will come with its own challenges. So now you're in your waiting season. Are you looking at yourself like that, or you're just trying to know who you really are? What are your values? What who is who do you know Fermi is? Who do you know BJ? I don't really know. I don't really know how to, not describe it per se, but have you really found yourself? Have you really known yourself? Have you sat down with yourself to have this conversation? Have you looked into the mirror and say, am I really a depressed person? Am I really this unhappy person that people always see when I go out, when I go to work? Am I the boring type? You know, who are the kind of friends I would like to move with? When you call Tega, what does Tega mean to people? What am I portraying to people? How do people see me? How do I see myself? So identity can begin to take one into a journey of getting better, or was this identity crisis? So like I said, it can either be a chaotic stress for you or a creative stress when you see the need to grow, the need to be better, the need to have a name for yourself, the need to begin to reflect who you want to, that woman that you are hiding on your inside because of pain, because of trauma. You've now become the person. Your pseudo personality is now coming out because of the pain that you have been through. You now begin to have a double personality, or because of the season that you are, maybe your job, that job is no more appealing to you, and you've taken a different, you've just given yourself a different outlook, and you don't even understand yourself anymore. God's delight, it's time to move. I don't plan to take so much of our time, but I want you to know that identity crisis can either make you to be a star, or it can get you to be better. That's when you become a star. You know yourself. There's nothing like knowing yourself. Before you know that guy, before you know people, you should be able to know yourself. When they see patients, they should see somebody. So can you say you own your person? You know yourself now? Or are you allowing your waiting season worsen your mental state, your being, your totality, your person, allowing you to sink, into depression and have this different look, this different person? When they see people, just say, I don't just want to be around that. They just have this different picture about you. Or have you come to understand yourself? Someone going through identity is easily irritated, tired, weak, feels hopeless or moody. And this is the negative side of it. Because we said that it can make some people to be better, because now you're on a set, you're on a journey to discovery, self-discovery. Some people may even experience weight loss. They don't even feel like eating, they lose their appetite. Some people may not even sleep well when they're having identity crisis. Some people can lose focus. Some people can lose concentration. It's part of it. So let's now go to having a healthy identity. A healthy identity stems from a fundamental sense of self-worth. You are in your waiting season, but you are worthy. Please, let's say it together. I am worthy. If you cannot say, please, you can leave your mics mute. Don't worry. Maybe along the line, I will still turn off the system, but I just want to go with the flow. A healthy identity comes from a fundamental sense of self-worth. Dear God's delight, please don't see yourself as a non-entity. Don't see yourself as worthless. That word should be erased from your book, from your heart, from your mind. You are not worthless. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You're on a journey. You are a queen. You are made for so much more. God is calling you into deep things. This season is going to birth greater, beautiful seasons for you. Many of us here will be on the screen talking about our life and how God came through for us in ways that we cannot imagine. Many of us will look back and hold our husbands and say, wow, so this is why God made me wait. Many of you will look into your children and say, wow, God gave me these amazing children, despite how long my season of waiting looks like. So you are worthy. You're worthy of all the love you will ever get. You're worthy of fulfilling purpose. You're worthy of knowing God. You're worthy of a great, spiritual growth. You're worthy of an amazing relationship with God. You're worthy of the bouquets you'll be getting. Is anybody smiling? Oh God, I don't know what's wrong with my computer. You're worthy of those bouquets you'll be getting. You're worthy of the proposals you will get. Some of you, the guy will kneel down. Some of you, like God, they will not propose to you like that. Whose voice is that? Yeah. So you are worthy of all the love that you will ever get. You are worthy. You are a queen. Please wear your crown well on your head. Walk majestically. Wear your shoes. Still use your perfume. Still wear your amazing shirt. Still look good. Still smell nice. You are worthy. Carry yourself like the queen that you are born to be. This season is temporary. It's just a phase and it will soon pass. The Bible says weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So I'm here to encourage you that this season will not be forever. So let your word be intact. There are days that the devil might come and bring, thoughts to your head and say, you are not good, you are not worthy. Who told you you can get this man? You will get that man. That man will come. You will walk down the aisle and I will be excited to hear your testimony. God is doing it. So don't let anything tamper with your self-worth. You are worthy. You are worthy. I'll keep saying it. And I know I used to say this with a lot of us that I chat with. You are worthy of all the love that you will ever get. So let this season bring about a better you, not a worse you. Let people not see you as that angry Margaret, that angry Tega. That Tega that is always moody. And if you know you're finding yourself in a career that you need to shift, it's time to sit down and look inward and say, okay, what can I begin to do? As the Spirit of God leads you, don't say because I'm saying it. Yours might not be career. Yours might just be your person. How you relate with people. The kind of thoughts that you have on your inside, because our thoughts, our belief make us. Our thoughts and our belief make us. They are a part of who we are. Some of us, it's the trauma that we have experienced that we are still carrying in our mind. And that's the identity they are giving to people. People can never come close to you. You are easily irritated. Some of you are even carrying the look of not being worthy on your face. And everybody can see that, this lady, her self-esteem is just, So I want every one of us to know that we are worthy. Please always remind yourself every day. Put it on your wardrobe. You can put it on your phone. I am worthy. I am a queen. I am worthy of all the love that we ever get. So let it not affect your identity. If it has affected it, it is time to move. You can't keep, when a child falls into the pool, a muddy puddle, even if the child cries, the child will still have to get up. The mother will have to wash the child and make the child clean, and the child will continue. If it's that the child was even playing before, maybe in the rain, the child will keep playing. That's how we should begin to live our lives. Fine, I am waiting. But if it has affected your person, if you have found yourself in spaces that you should not be, it's time to move. If you have friends that are always talking down on you and it's affecting your person, it is time to move. If you are still sulking because of your present status. It is time to move. What do you want people to say about you? How do you want people to see you? That is that inner room that we are talking about, the bedroom that nobody knows. And by doing that, you have to be intentional to begin to work on yourself. If you know you're always moody, unhappy, and all of that, and you don't like it, it is time to move. According to the University of California, self-worth is the internal sense of being good enough and worthy of love and belonging from others. But I would say even before others, worthy of love from yourself. How many of you see yourself as special? How many of you have decided to take yourself on dates, personal dates? Even me that have children, if I go and watch, maybe I even decide to go out on my own to buy food, not the food that I cook though, and just sit down and relax. I feel good. So your love, your self-worth will first of all come from you before that identity that people have about you begins to reflect. So how do you see yourself? Can anybody boast here of being happy with themselves before they give you accolades at work? Before your friends or maybe guys give you the accolade that you want? Because all these things will affect how we behave every day. You can't hide it for so long. People will see it. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This thing is not just psychology, it's in the Bible. The Bible is complete. The Bible says that a merry heart doeth good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. So if you are the type that is always in depression, how will people see you? If you are the type that is not always smiling, it's time to go and do homework. Smile. We need your smile. You are worthy. Please. So self-worth, it means you value yourself. It is a deeper inner knowing. Unlike, so I don't want to like begin to explain different between self-esteem and all, but it's a knowing. You just know within you that I'm worthy, and it begins to affect the picture that people see about you. So now let's continue. Now, how many of us feel worthy about ourselves on this call? You just look at yourself and you are happy. Today I'm going to be very fast. You just look at yourself and you are happy. You just look at yourself and you are glad. How many anybody has anybody here that is there any who am I? Is there anybody here that has ever thanked God for a waiting season? Is there anybody here? Please talk. Has anybody still thanking God about their waiting season, or you are still angry? Please speak. I cannot please speak. Is anybody happy? Or has anybody thanked God for their waiting season?
I think you should restart the computer if it's bothering you.
Okay, let me do that because I won't take time. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm staying just patient. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm back. Thank you so much. So now I think I can go to the chat section and begin to see, or if I will still see, I doubt it. So like I was saying, is anybody that has thanked God for a waiting season?
I have.
Okay. Is there any other person? This class is quiet too. Are we angry with Tega?
We are not angry with you.
Oh God. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to call BJ another name. I'm holding myself not to call her that name on this call. And she knows the name. So let me run us through the slide. Thank you for permitting me to continue. Fermi, are you with us? Margaret, Queen Margaret, are you with us? So I said that identity is beyond your looks, combination of your physical attributes and traits, a set of characteristics that make you. Many of us don't even know our values. We don't know what we stand for. And I'll be going deep. I'm taking some exercise with us on a personal level. So if I call you, thank you, Fefe. So if I call you, I would need to reach out to many of us when we have our next class. No, even before our next class, I need to have a one of us and give us maybe a report before our next class. I pray God helps because it's very demanding. Just have a one-on-one, maybe like a professional session with us, where we answer some questions and I'm able to like help us out. I won't do the assignment totally, but I'll just give you like a guide on how to go through it. So we've talked about self-identity, social identity, role identity. And this is a lady here. Her head is just, she's thinking of who am I? What do I stand for? What are my values? Who do people really say I am? Yeah, I said everyone at some point in their lives experiences an identity crisis. It could result from life changes that cause you to doubt who you really are. Some people, it might be health issues. And we had a reflection and therapy before now. So I said causes of identity crisis, stress, confusion, waiting season, major life stressors. Okay, you're experiencing identity crisis if you're questioning who you are regarding an aspect of your life. If you're experiencing identity conflict, like you don't even know. I won't call it pseudo personality because not really about that, but it's part of it because many of us that display that pseudo personality have been through maybe trauma, pain, hurt, grief, and all of that. So we hide who we are on the inside and reflect a different person entirely. Even this waiting season can make you to be a will I say moody person, one does not really an extrovert. Some people are extroverts, yes. Some people want to, not that they're extroverts normally. Introverts, sorry, not everybody, not that they're introverts normally, but it could be the season that you are going through, it could be the relationship that you have trauma and whatever. So you begin to have identity conflict, and it can even play in your places of work. Some of you don't feel good enough. You don't really see yourself in that space, that office that you are working in, or some of you are making friends with colleagues that are not seeing the good in you. So you begin to question yourself and all of that. Say deep crises that have occurred, such as trauma, questioning if you're enough, big life changes like loss, work-related issues, questioning your belief, impact, and what. So I said a healthy identity stems from a fundamental sense of worth. So do you see yourself as worthy, aside the fact that I said you are worthy? Dearest God delights. Interpret your seasons well. Know when to think and be able to call yourself out of it and begin to name who you really want to be seen as. Begin to name it. Don't stay down. I will not lie to you. These courses or all these codes that are coming, the faith code, the perception code, this identity code, they are very big. And I will not lie to you. Before this class came up, it was just the Holy Spirit that I sat with that gave me this template. But it's particular about you. How are you seeing yourself? What is the name that people are the name that people have given you? How can you describe yourself? Do you like who you really are? Are you naming yourself as regards your waiting season, or who you would love to be, or who you were destined to be? You know? So it's time to be bold and audacious. It's time to own your person. If I say anybody describe themselves in one word, what will it be for you? Practical time. Please don't be quiet. If you don't want to talk, please just write in the comment section. Identity now. Who is BJ? Who is Patience? Who is Farami? Farami, if you are hiding, come out, come out, come out. I'm going to bring you out. I cannot see you, but I'll bring you out. So
Hi,
if I
Tessa.
hello. So who is Farami? We'll see.
Fermi,
But let's just start this one. Maybe next week. Who is Farami?
Fermi is a child of God, first of all. Also
Yeah,
very
yeah,
resilient.
yeah,
Very, very
I'm also a child
resilient
of God. We're all children
person.
of God.
Fermi is an introverted, resilient person, basically.
Yeah. I'm clapping for you. So
Um,
is that the identity that people see, or the one that is going on in your inner room, your bedroom?
I think that's what people see generally.
Oh, I'm clapping for you. Okay. Is there any other person that wants to speak? Please be sincere with us. We are not castigating you, and I'm not making anybody feel bad because I've been there. So I know how it is. Nobody else. Okay. So now let's talk about low self-worth. Low self-worth is having a general negative overall opinion of yourself. Here you criticize yourself, you brush off compliments, or positive qualities. Let's say, from you're looking good. And from is looking at it that, am I really looking good? You know that am I really looking good? It's not coming from the fact that she's not wearing good clothes, but she's just relating her waiting season to her present moment. And I know that if I had seen that for me, that I'd be like, for me, you're looking good. See how you color block, see your shoes. But because she's waiting, she's just like, I'm really looking good. And so she shoves off compliments. So it's one face. And it can mean a different thing to you. So it's not just the scenario that I played. You yourself should know the kind of outlook you are portraying to people outside and the one that is in your bedroom. So if the one that is in your bedroom is the one you want people to see, it's time to own that person, regardless of what people will say. As far as you're not committing sin, that's who you want to be known for. It's time to move. So every one of us will have to sit down and write out. Maybe I'll give a template, some things about yourself, be able to define yourself, be able to own your person so that you don't begin to display a different present. Who knows? This one now is not, I don't know why it's coming to my mind. Who knows if the reason why that guy is running from is because of the way you are, the picture that you have painted, the face that you have given to them. Who knows? Many of us will need to heal and do a lot of fixing before we say we want to have boyfriend or dates. Many of us will need to heal. It's not, see, I don't want to get so personal about it, but healing is a major one for all of us on this call. If we want to go, if it's trauma, if it's even this delay that has brought mindset, you might need to just tear off those clothes. And it's not a one-day thing, it's a gradual process. So be grateful with each day's growth. Don't expect it to just happen overnight. Everybody that you see outside is either getting better by the day in one area of life or worse. So you pick yourself up and you keep moving, and you don't stay down when you see that you're not making progress 100%. One day at a time. as far as your self-esteem is intact, as far as the identity that you are portraying, to people. And seasons will come and go. So another season will come that will bring about identity crisis. So it might be that you just need to sit down and begin to create a document all these things. What is it for me now? What are the things that I want people to be seeing? I need to start doing now, even in my behavior. Have I been so stern that I've pushed people away? Or have I been this loving person? So identity crisis is more or less like you not knowing who you are due to the season that you are in. So it's time to begin to sit down and look at it. Who am I? Who am I? So how does low self manifest? Yeah, you avoid challenges. That one might happen in a place of work. In your relationship, you become upset at criticisms. You bend over backward to please others. You might be extremely shy. This is not trying to attack introverts here, but we all know what I'm talking about. You can be extremely shy, maybe because of identity crisis too can come to play that way. Low self-worth and all of that. You are self-conscious. Not everybody will be bold, but there are times you need to take bold steps. Because if you are not bold enough, you allow the wrong people into your life too, in your space. You avoid social contact. You refuse to stand up for yourself when you are abused physically and sexually. So I want everybody to know that we will grow and we can do better. I wrote it here. I said, if we lack a fundamental sense of self-worth, we often take on toxic roles, creating unhealthy identities. It's very true. If you lack a fundamental sense of self-worth, you will enter into toxic relationship. You will take on toxic roles. People will not want to identify with you. And then you are creating unhealthy identities. Now that we all know, I want every member, I want all God delight member. I don't even know how to place it now. All the queens in the house now to begin to go into a deep search of knowing the knowledge of who you are, your wiring, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what stands out for you, what are your likes, what are your dislikes, those are the things that will make up your identity. And the truth of the matter is that this identity crisis can only be resolved after BJ, after Tega feels more confident in who they are. And this has to do this particular thing came from practical psychology. So it's a recent research, March 2023. Identity crisis, I'll take it again, is only resolved after the person that's experiencing the crisis feels more confident in who they are. So, dearest God's delight, if you look into the mirror now, lately, as of now that we are speaking, we are rounding up, who do you see? It is time to own your person. It is time to let the real you out. Not because you are looking for a relationship, not because you're looking for friendship, not because you're trying to be liked. The who is on your inside now should begin to play. I want you to know that you are beautiful. You have beautiful eyes. Your hair is beautiful. You are amazing. Your season is temporal and your mind is calm. I'll keep saying that you're beautiful. This is where I'll draw my curtain today. So please, I beg of you, don't sink into the moment. Know when you need to call yourself back to order. The scenarios of the different rooms in the house continue to play in your head, in your mind, as you go, and be intentional about owning yourself, your identity. Not because you want to be a people pleaser or not because you want to get that relationship, by all means, because it might not be the one for you. So I hope that you enjoyed today's class. Do we have questions? Do we have questions? Fermi, do you have questions?
Not for now.
For now, anybody? Anybody, oh, can you still see my
Let,
face?
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So, what would be a practical step, in identifying like your weak values, your weak characteristics, something like that? So how do you know? So, for example, maybe you chase people away, but you don't know, or you frown your face and you're not even aware of it. So, what are like practical steps in knowing what your
We-
flaws are?
Will it, are we going to call it flaws? Or just talking about your likes and dislikes, or your weaknesses and your
The
strengths?
weaknesses, majorly.
I think it's just majorly sitting down with yourself, because I will try as I'll give you I will have a one-on-one with everybody on this platform. I would answer that question, but I would need to have a one-on-one with you. But I think that the first step, for me, I always tell you to look at the mirror. I know it's one way. I know we talk. So I think the first step
Yeah.
is just to sit down and have what I think that you would like people to start saying about you, that you know that you are portraying that you don't like. Because in your case, you're trying to say what you're not aware of, right?
Yeah.
What are the things that people have pointed you to that you feel that you really need to make adjustments in? I think you can start from there. Because you may not know. Everything is still part of being self-aware. Sometimes when we want to take on self-awareness, it might be people pointing out things to us, and we now go back to our closet to sit down and have that conversation with ourselves. I don't know. And it's not like as if you would try to, because they say I'm an introvert. This one doesn't have to do with being an introvert or an extrovert now. It could be some things like, for example, maybe you shy away from people. And there's a way trauma plays itself. Aside being an introvert, that you just run away from people. I don't know but that's not the kind of personality that you want to show, but it's showing. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying on this call. Please, can you still see my face? Oh, I was not even showing. There was no video before. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I got carried away. Please, does anybody understand what I'm saying? Thank you, BJ. Patience, you understand what I'm saying, right? Where you are just exhibiting, you're just showing some traits and behaviors that you know that people have been pointing out to you, that you yourself know that maybe I should do better going forward. How do I even shoving off compliments can be part of it. You just want to be in your closet. As in this waiting season, it could be because maybe the relationships that you have had before, and it could be that you're introverted. You're the one that will know how to separate the two. Rami, I don't know if I've answered your question, but I promise to have a one-on-one with everybody. Everybody, where I'll help everybody out with their person. We'll still be doing personality, be taking tests, be taking some tests and all, but in this one, I will guide you to be able to know yourself. It's more or less like everybody knows that when you buy a product on the carton, it writes specifications on it, right? So see yourself as that person. So I'll ask you questions like you are a product that will help you to sell your market well. Clap for me now. I know you don't, you're not, many people are not laughing. Just laugh. Tell me. I can't see Margaret here again. She has left. So Fermi, did I
I'm still here.
I didn't see you before. Oh my god. So I don't know if I answered your Fermi. Please let me know if I did not, but I know I'll be giving you a template.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Did I not hear? Yes, fine. Did I try? Did I answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? So that I'll let you go. But I'll be having one-on-one with everybody. I would let you know the days I will call, and so that you can begin to round up. Is there any other question? I'll send the replay to the group as usual so that we can. But I want everybody to know that God is mindful of you, and you should own your being, own your personality, own your story, own your peculiarity. Don't hide. Don't hide. Don't give a false look of yourself. Be yourself. Your waiting season notwithstanding. I don't know why I have to end it this way. God is mindful of you. Be joyful. It could be that the guy that's waiting for patience is just waiting for a smile. Patience, smile. And be cheerful. And I know and I'm very sure that everyone on this call will share their testimony soonest in Jesus' name. Amen. So identity crisis is particular to everybody. Your season that will determine what it is. But you need to come out and choose who you really want to be known for and what you want to be seen as. So that when you look at the mirror and you are in that your inner room, you are happy with yourself. Not because you want that relationship with that person. I'll keep saying it. Not because you want friendship with people. Not because you want to live the waiting season. I don't know if somebody understands what I'm saying. So just be you, be real, just be you. Every good thing will come and to turn to you for a testimony. So thank you, as we adjourn my curtain. And say a big thank you to all for joining tonight. Thank you, BJ Walaji. She's the one I call BJ. Thank you, Patience. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Fermi. Thank you, Elizabeth. Tommy is not here. Thank you all for joining tonight. I'm grateful. And please sleep on it, think on it, and begin to do. So I love you all. Have a great week.
I'm here.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. It was a good one. Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.